Hi, this is Z, and I'm back again with another video. I wanted to make a quick video talking about how those of you who are on this journey, when you are trying to move forward, say in any situation, when you're targeted and you're trying to move forward, you want to get through school, or you want to get a job, or you want to keep your job, or you're trying to start a business, whatever you're trying to do to move forward in life and create stability or maintain your stability. When these people target you, to remember that it's important to remember that they have a lot of different tactics to try to prevent you from moving forward. And we have to remember that when we want to do something, it doesn't necessarily mean that we can't be successful at it. Especially if you've gotten to the point where you're awake, you realize what's going on. Once you come to that realization that you've been targeted and that there's whoever's targeting you, you come to the realization that these people are targeting you. They're not, of course, they're not going to stop, but you have to keep it in your mind and be mindful of the fact that they're going to try to block your forward movement in many different ways. This is why I always stress it's important to stay on your prayers. It's important to make your prayers specific to, whatever it is you are fighting against. It's important to keep cleansing, and it's important to keep calm and positive. So say, for example, you didn't have a job. You know how these people work to make you lose your jobs and things like that. But say you lost your job and you want to go back to, get a job or do something different. Remember that they are always watching, whether they use monitoring spirits, or they use tarot, or they're physically watching you because they're not far from you. These people are always watching and digging for information and trying to find out what you're doing. So they're going to target you not in just one way, but different ways. So one of the ways they will target you, if you're a woman, they'll especially target your womb. Now, womb magic could be, and I did a video on this last year about womb magic, but they can do womb magic on you to try to prevent you from being creative. There's maybe something you're trying to work on and it requires creativity. They may be trying to do that. And a womb is a symbol of birth, bringing forth something new, giving birth to something new. So they'll be targeting your womb and your sacral chakra as a way to kind of block your creativity, or block whatever they feel creative ideas you may have to, manifest abundance and things like that. So they're not just going to be doing regular spell work. They're going to be doing specific things to block you from moving forward and making progress and creating stability and success and abundance in your life. Other ways, and some of these are things I've experienced for myself. So I know firsthand some of the tactics that the people target me. I know what they use, and I'm sure they're doing it. Other people are doing the same thing, but they will start to play with your mind a lot. And a lot of times they're doing this when you're asleep. They're doing magic. They want to kind of program your mind. So they may be programming your mind to where you even either you set yourself up for failure, you work against yourself, or they create different, maybe mental confusion or things like that to make you stumble, so to speak, and fall. So They may make you doubt yourself, feel like you can't do something. They may try to bring you into a depression. And I've talked before about how they love to take you back into the past. But if you've had time to heal and work on yourself, you should immediately, know when people are messing with your thinking so that you don't wallow in that depression or that self-doubt. They will try to cause you mental conflict, confusion about what you want to do. You'll start to go back and forth. Do I want to do this? Nah, I won't do that. They'll create delays where you'll say, I don't think this is a good time. Or, they may create illness in your mind to where you're overthinking things, or your fears start to increase, and whatever you may have a fear of will become so enlarged in your mind, it will overtake your mind to where you cannot focus on other things. So ultimately, they want you to give up on yourself and give up on your goal of whatever you're trying to achieve. But we know that with prayer and with cleansing, we can nip that in the bud right away. A lot of times they may not do it until you're getting ready to do whatever it is that you're getting ready to do. Say you're going back to school, you were in a nursing program or something, and you didn't finish. You're trying to go back to school. A lot of times they won't work on you. They may not work on you in advance. They'll work on you right when you're getting ready to go. So, and they'll try to overwhelm you to where you just change your mind. Because sometimes if they start, like say they start 2 months ago, by that time you can become aware of what they're trying to do. So a lot of times they may try to do it at the last minute so that it takes you by surprise, and then you just allow whatever they want to happen. So we have to remain mindful that these people are always, these are people that's on the clock. This is their job. They're on the clock. When you asleep at night, they on the clock working. When you up during the day, they're on the clock working. There's a day off. Everybody's on vacation. It's a holiday. They're on the clock working. So trust me, these people, they target you at every area. You'll be so surprised how these people could put so much of their energy, their time, their life into your life. It never ceases to amaze me. I have to laugh at it every time because I think it's ridiculous. But anyway, so they may also try to create blockages in your forward movement. Not only will this be spiritual, doing like hexing and all kind of spell works, projecting certain energies onto you, but this can also be where they may do spell work to physical items. Like I've had people put a spell work under the hood of my car to make my car stop working. Or they'll just, if they can't actually get to your car because they're no longer in your life, they'll just try to do work on your car from a distance. You may notice you always have problems with your car, or you're always having close calls where someone is almost hitting your car. Those are that's work to block you, to keep you from moving forward. You may also have, and I've had this off and on, and they've recently really been doing this, where they throw rusty nails and rusty staples in the driveway. That is to not only put holes in your tires, but to kind of nail you down, so to speak, so that you don't go and do the things that you want to do. It's spell work to keep you from moving forward, and keep you at home. A lot of times they don't want you to go out to school. They don't want you to go out to a job. So they're trying to keep you in a place, and they'll throw little stuff in your yard, under your porch, bury it in the yard. You know how they do with their magic and stuff. Let me see. So a lot of times they want to they'll want to actually bind your physical body to. I noticed that when I was around my family, especially, um, I would get this pain, this horrible pain in my feet. The more I try to work a job and keep a job, the worse the pain would get in my feet. So sometimes people are sprinkling something at your doorway, or they're probably just doing actual spell work to target your feet. I had an incident once where my left foot swelled up, and I actually was in a state of sleep paralysis, and I saw the entity come in and hit my foot. And I woke up in the morning a few hours later trying to go to work, and my foot was swollen. So people will target your feet and your legs so that you cannot physically go get up and go walk, to go, do what you have to do, go to work, travel, movement. So you may notice, oh, I have pain in my legs. I used to get really bad pain and swelling in my legs, and I would have to do cleansing baths where I'm sitting in that water and letting that my legs soak, and my prayers and things like that. So they will target your physical body. They'll try to get you to be sick with something. But a lot of times with me, the problems I mostly had was they were always working on my feet, and it would cause severe pain to where I would especially if you notice when you get up in the morning, it's like when you first put your feet on the floor, oh, the pain was like ridiculous. And when it finally left, it was after me moving, kept moving, cleansing, and moved. When I completely got away from the people that were targeting me, that's when that pain started to lessen and lessen over time until it finally subsided. But they still will target you. They may leave that alone because they realize it didn't work, or they think, whatever it is, they think they may leave it alone. But they'll, a lot of times people tend to go back to whatever might have worked before. So they'll continue to target your legs, your knees, and things like that. And you'll be thinking, my goodness, I'm not that old. Why am I having these problems? A lot of that is spell work to keep you from moving forward and to keep you from progressing. So I suggest with issues like that, lots of cleansing and prayer. And make sure you continue to try to get exercise, keep up on your vitamins and things like that. Eventually, the pain will subside and you won't feel it anymore. Okay, so besides working on your mind and your womb and creating blockages, they will target people around you to try to block you as well. Now they will target people around you, and they will mimic, or they will act as a monitoring spirit. So these people around you, and these could be close friends, family members that are not targeting you. They will become where they're trying to watch everything that you're doing. And this is for the people that are targeting you. They may have, attach something to this person or something, but they're acting as a monitoring spirit. So if you know that you have to, keep things to yourself and not talk, they'll use or utilize the people around you to watch you. So because they will monitoring spirits, a lot of times they're listening in, or they're looking for something, and they're not seeing it. They'll try to utilize other people around you to see if they can see it. So you may see friends that are, or you have friends that'll be like, so what are you doing now? You still work at that place? Are you still doing this? So you'll have people that'll be like really in your business, and they'll be trying to find out every time you speak to them. They'll keep asking you questions about what you're doing. How's your relationship going? Things and that. And these may be people that are not necessarily in on, the shenanigans. They may not really be a part of it. but they're utilizing these people with their magic and stuff. So you may have, if you live with somebody, um, you may see where every time you go in a certain room or you go upstairs or downstairs, this person will shortly after you go, they'll follow you there. And you may even see this sometimes with your own children. Your own children may be being utilized. So we do have to pray. I stress this all the time, praying over your children and cleansing your children, because they may tend to do the same thing. You may notice you go into one room and everybody else in the house comes into that room, or you go into the bathroom and everybody in the house is lingering around the bathroom, and there's no reason for them to be lingering around the bathroom. But you'll notice things like that. People will be listening to see what you hear, what you say on the phone. Basically trying to keep an eye and an ear open. There'll be that monitoring spirit to find out information if you know you're trying to keep stuff to yourself. They'll also use those people to form blockages for you. These people will make it difficult for you to achieve something. Now, they'll utilize the people around you because they're around you. They're closest to you, and it's easy for them to block you. So they will utilize these people to create blockages and keep you from moving forward. I remember I was living with a family member, and I was trying to, it was always a temporary thing because I was an adult. I had children, and this family member had children. And it was time for me and my, to move out. I had a job. I was moving out, and getting up an apartment, and this family member literally like stood in my way. But it won't necessarily be that blatant like that. Like the family member was like, you can't leave. And then later on said they were joking, but I understood that sometimes, people will manipulate people to be like that with you. They're not necessarily that type of person that's in on the shenanigans, but they will be utilized because they're able to be utilized. So, and other examples will be someone that will make it difficult. They will try to cause arguments with you. Like say you got to go to work or something, and you need to go, and there's only one car for the household and you need to use that car. This person will try to get in an argument with you so they'll have a reason to leave and take the car. Something like that. They're able to be manipulated with this magic and projections and things like that to work against you. Now, they may not originally have been that type of person, but you may find that over time, these people will be manipulated to be utilized to block you with arguments and distractions and things like that, so that you will think that it's too hard to achieve what you want to achieve and you will give up. Or they'll just block you and you just feel like, oh my God, I'm out of luck. And it'll just, sometimes incidents like that can create like a snowball effect where they will block you, and then because they blocked you with this one thing, then these other things will fall apart. So we have to really stay on our prayers when we know that we're getting ready to try to work towards something. Amp up those prayers for that specific thing that you're trying to achieve. Start in advance. Start praying against them in advance, because they're going to be watching you. They're going to be looking for opportunities to get you off. A lot of them time, if people are really desperate, they will try to really do damage. Maybe even steal your car, or come in the night and try to do something to your car under the hood or underneath it. People can be really desperate, but because these people are not in their right frame of mind. A lot of times you've never done anything wrong to these people, which is the case for a lot of us, but they're under demonic control and possession, and they are obsessed with you. They cannot leave you alone. So a lot of times, in order that you you remain put. They don't want you to move forward in any way, shape, or form. A lot of them get very, very desperate. They forget that, they can be taken to jail, or somebody could, do something to them, see them creeping around the house in the night, and a neighbor could be like, who the heck is that out there? And they could do something. People just lose all of common sense because they don't have it anymore. They're under possession. Only thing they know in their mind is, I have to destroy you. So just remember, when there's something you try to achieve, it doesn't mean you cannot achieve it. It just means you have to protect whatever you're trying to achieve at all costs. Remember to pray, ask for protection. Ask for protection over what you're trying to do, and continue to cleanse and pray for yourself so that you can keep yourself on that path of trying to achieve that goal. Do not allow these people to get you off. Do not allow them to make you fearful or doubt yourself, or doubt that the Most High God is going to help you get through it. Continue. And even if something seems like it's not working out, pick it up again and try again. Keep trying, because something is going to break through for you at some point. These people, you just have to be very, you have to think about the fact that they're going to be targeting you in all areas. And we have to be strong, and we have to be firm, and we have to push forward. And a lot of this is really going to be you working, connecting with the Most High God, and continuing to cleanse yourself and pray so that you can basically be covered and move through and, complete the things that you want to complete. So don't give up. Don't feel defeated. These people eventually are going to be forced to stop, because they don't have the sense enough to stop on their own. So at some point, they're going to be in judgment. Karma's going to kick in, and they're going to be forced to stop. So don't give up on the ideas you have. Don't give up on the creations you have. Don't give up on your motivation, the things that you want to do in life because of them. Still continue on your path. Know, not believe, but know that you can achieve those things, and, connect with the Most High God, so the Most High God can help carry you through and help you get through. So I just want to say that message, and I hope this helps someone, and I'll be back again soon with another video. Bye.